Hi friends, today we are going to discuss do's and don'ts in telemedicine consultation. I am Dr. Suresh Badadmat, Head of Telemedicine Center, Nimans, Bangalore. Before I start my presentation, I would like to have a disclaimer. This presentation is academic purpose only. If you would like to have any legal opinion, please do contact an advocate. I also request you kindly to go through the original document of telemedicine practice guidelines which was released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare recently. Once the doctor has decided to go for telemedicine consultation, he should know certain do's and don'ts. First and the foremost is where to set up the telemedicine consultation. This is a big question which many of the doctor will ask, and the common sense says do it in a quiet place. Unfortunately, this is a failure model. See, earlier what they used to do is to set up telemedicine consultation, they used to find a place which is away from the crowd, that is away from the OPD, away from the inpatient place. It may be in the 10th floor or in the quiet place of a campus in a corner. This had a major drawback. The reason being is the doctor will be in the OPD, and every time he has to do a telemedicine consultation, he has to travel to that place in the corner of the campus. This made this telemedicine consultation was less used. It should be in the place which is where the doctor can easily access. Maybe OPD, excellent. If you're going to set up in OPD, that room which the telemedicine consultation is hosted, it has to be a soundproof room. I would rather invest heavily to that soundproof room so that the doctor can go easily into that room, finish the consultation, comes out, goes into his in-person consultation chamber. The next question is what kind of internet connectivity? Either a LAN or a Wi-Fi. Either of them is fine, but a good internet connectivity is very, very essential. The point next is, should the doctor invest heavily on this hardware and software? I would rather say no. Let it be as simple as possible, both the hardware and software, a simple laptop on the doctor side and the smartphone on the client side. Any hardware or a software which requires training, I think it's a failure model. It should be as simple as possible. Coming to the how should the telemedicine chamber should look? It should mimic as similar to the doctor's chamber. That is very essential, because when the patient sees the doctor, it should notify similar to the consultation room, which gives a pleasant feel for the doctor. At the same time, the webcam also has to be set up at the eye level, and whenever the doctor speaks, he should speak directly into the camera. If he speaks directly into the camera, the rapport built between the doctor and the client will be very good. And the third important point is lightning. So the way does the lighting should be kept? The lighting, there are three lights should be kept, two in front and one in the behind. The two on both the right side and left side should lit the face equally. At the same time, the back light above on the ceiling should lit the room nicely, so that the patient is able, there is no shadow of the doctor one. And also, if there is anything which has been kept, like the chamber of Dr. Suresh Badadmat telemedicine consultation, should be able to be seen easily. Also, the doctor should invest to a quality webcam along with the paint which has been used, or else the wooden proofing, it should be of a matte finish rather than a shiny finish which gives reflection on the camera, so that there should not be shiny material kept behind. Yeah, the doctor needs to be punctual for his appointment and also dress professionally for the telemedicine consultation. And he should avoid white, bright red and black colors so that the ghost of the video consultation doesn't occur. And the other important point is, just because the doctor is giving telemedicine consultation from his home, he should not wear the sweatshirt or a t-shirt and give consultation. And before the telemedicine consultation starts, the doctor should go to the medical records, and also before the consultation starts, check for the maybe the connections, equipments, mobile, and whether the laptop is charged or not. And it's a good idea. The doctor should use a good headphone and a mic, so that the communication between the doctor and patient, nobody hears the patient's complaint, so the confidentiality is maintained. And also, when the telemedicine consultation starts, the doctor needs to introduce himself, his qualification, registration, and the specialization to the patient. At the same time, he immediately verifies the patient ID, which is a government ID. It may be Aadhaar card, PAN card, whatever the card, he should identify the patient. And when the patient starts speaking about his complaint, he should not put off the patient by saying, okay, I understood. He should allow the patients to speak about his problems. And also the doctor should know there is a lag between audio video in certain situation, because the video comes first and the audio comes later. So that lag has to be kept in mind by the RMP. At the same time, if there is a audio video connectivity problem and there is a communication problem, it is better to stop the consultation and can redo the consultation when the connection establishes, or the next day it is best to do consultation. And also ask the patient before he comes for the consultation to prepare the list of symptoms or the concerns what he has. And also whenever the patient says about symptoms, the doctor should rephrase the patient complaints and do not hesitate to clarify. For example, the patient says he has headache and cough. The doctor should say, okay, I understood that you have cough and you have headache since so many days. So by repeating it, the patient also knows that the doctor heard what he has said. And also the doctor should validate the patient concern and pain so that the empathy is built between the doctor and the patient. And the doctor should not be afraid of asking for any investigation, clarification, opinion from the specialist, or asking even for a general physical examination from the nearest the GP, the nearest practitioner available. And also when the prescription is given, the doctor needs to be clear what he has given the prescription, and also ask the patient to repeat the prescription so that the doctor knows he has understood the prescription. At the end of the telemedicine consultation, ask the patient about the quality of the audio and video, whether he has understood, whether there was any problem in the connection. So these are some of the points of telemedicine consultation, so that the practitioner becomes well versed about this and the telemedicine consultation becomes successful. All the best. Thank you.